Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Gauranga, Krishna Gauranga, Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hey, morning. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Bo, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna. Oh my Lord. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Oh yeah. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh, Krishna, oh, woo. Oh, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Yeah. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hari Hari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gauranga. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our happy program, worshiping a happy God. Man, is he happy? She's happy. He, she. They definitely have a gender. There's Radha and then there's Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama. Oh, wow. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Well, all right, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh boy. Woo. Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare. What's going on here? Hey, Hare, I have a big problem. I have a tremendous problem. I can't control my mind. It's running after Krishna. I can't stop it. Please help me, somebody out there. It's running. I can't. No mind control here. Is there a meditation that can help me? It's running after Krishna. Oh, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. We're having fun with God. That's what we're doing. We're playing with the Lord. See, the problem is people haven't seen what playing with the Lord looks like. They're playing with, playing with the world too much, playing with their children, playing with their friends. They haven't seen what it is to play with God. So we're here to show that unique experience. Very unique, very different, very uncommon. So come into the sandbox with us here. Find out what's going on here. There he is. Watch Tom dance. Draw you right in there, man. Hare Krishna. It's kind of a dance exercise. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. We're just here. We're here to learn how to kiss God. That's what it is. It's just we're here. It's a kissing school. Not a crying school so much, a kissing school. Learn how to French kiss God. French style. Very deep kisses. Very transcendentally luscious. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare You know what is hell? Hell is to be in this world now and not have anywhere to run to. Here we have a place to run to. You can run and jump into Krishna's lap. I woke up this morning, I was going over my morning, like checking out what the news is, and I thought, oh, horrible, they want to force vaccinations on everybody, and the president is becoming very draconian. Everybody's got to take this shot or else we'll throw you in jail. That kind of mood, and then turn on the camera and the microphone and start chanting Krishna. Oh, yes, thank you. You give me a place to run to. Oh, thank God, man. These people, they don't have a place to run to. They're just stuck in that, man. No wonder why they want to get out. Where do you go? All you have to do is look at that, man. It's just, you got all these tyrants, man. I think that's why he does this. He forces us into this direction. Otherwise, there's no other. No one can really help us but the Lord in that way. Gotta have a place to run, man. Otherwise, you got no safe haven, no oasis. It's an oasis, man. Right, Amy? He says, yes. Have some fun with her buds. Hare Krishna. That's a secret. Find those who are actually friends of Krishna and hang out with them. Then you'll get to know the real president of the world, all the worlds, actually. You come here, we'll introduce you to the president of all the worlds. How would you like to be an intimate friend with that guy and that gal? They're in charge, man, of everything. They're the deep state. You think the deep state here is deep. They're the really deep state. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Chanting his name gets to the point it's like you're eating a mango. You know how this is very juicy, full of juice, man, sweetness. I had no idea it was going to be like this. It's like beyond my expectations. Ain't no like me. Can you imagine eating mangoes? You don't get full either, man. You just want more mango. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Actually, I'm pretty envious of my tongue. Really. My tongue and my lips and my teeth, I'm totally envious of them. They get to enjoy Krishna's name. I gotta sit here and watch them have union with God. This is how outrageous. Hare Krishna. I'm glad I got one person laughing at my jokes, but they're true, actually. Hare Krishna. My tongue is so lucky, man. My lips and my teeth are they're the luckiest equipment in the world. When will my good fortune be like those lips and those tongue and those teeth? You know what I'm talking about there, Lalita? Hare Krishna, Hare. Get to eat mangoes every day, man. Better than mangoes, man. 1,000 times better than a mango. This mango gives you eternal life, man. Those mangoes just good for the day. Give you a strong body. This mango gives you a strong spiritual body, man. Eternal one. Fit. Ripped. Buff. Oh, we got a competitor here. Hadi says he could rap to this beat better. Oh, okay, let's have a competition, man. Hadi, I don't think he knows what's going on here yet. Stick around, you'll see. Gradually, takes some time. Hare Krishna. Oh, you got to prove it. You got to come in here. Let's see you dance as good as Tom over there, man. Let's see you do a better beat than he's got there, man. I think. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Are you up for the challenge, Tom? I don't see you do one of those there, Hadi. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama. Let's see if you can be as any crazier than Karuna, man. Everybody's topmost at whatever they do here. Hare Krishna. Nobody can laugh like Lalita. Let's see you come here and laugh like Lalita. Do for 30 minutes straight without stopping. Laugh and cry at the same time. That's a difficult feat, man. You have to be specially empowered to do that. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Okay. Hare Krishna. So where are you, Amy? I want to see Amy. Come on up here, man. Come play with your new friends. Don't just watch the movie. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Thanks for using.
Okay. Hare Krishna. So, yeah, why don't we read a little bit? Say some glorification. Let's chant some verses here. Let's do a little more variety here. A little variety. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. This is Prabodhanandana Saraswati Thakur, his glorification of Lord Chaitanya, Sri Chaitanya Chandramrita, the nectar moon of Lord Chaitanya. Let us glorify that boundlessly merciful Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Prince of Raj, to taste the intoxicated sweet waves of the nectar of transcendental love of Krishna. See, to taste this nectar, see, again, it's a mouth thing. To taste it. How do you taste something here? Through here, right? To taste this. Yeah. Yeah, to taste this intoxicating sweet nectar. God came here to taste this wonderful nectar. Yeah, to taste the, why? Because it's intoxicating. Why do they want to drink or smoke some pot? They want to get intoxicated. There must be some propensity in there. Some people that stop drinking and all that is because it has it has karma. It's not the perfect intoxication, but this is. Isn't that amazing? The intoxication of the world makes you dull, stupid. You say dumb things. But this intoxication also does a similar thing. You become loose-lipped and you sink Maya ships. See? You become actually intelligent. You start understanding what's really important in this world with this kind of intoxication. Isn't that amazing? Where do you hear this? So uncommon, this understanding. I don't even think the Vaishnavas in these groups know about this. They don't know about this intoxication, do they? They don't, isn't that funny? They don't know who they're worshiping. They're worshiping a drunk and they don't even know it. At least we know we're worshiping a drunk and we like to get drunk. Drunk on the name, just like the Lord, right? No wonder he comes and visits us every day. He likes to hang out with people who are like him. We take a little nip off his name. Just come out of the coat. Yeah. There's volumes in this verse. He came here into this world to taste the intoxicating nectar of the name. Okay? That's self-realization. If you can do that, you're as good as God. That means you're guru. You know what Prabhupada said? The guru is as good as God. And all of a sudden, what happens? Everybody's trying to imitate. I want to be guru. Be as good as God. See, always imitation. No. You want to be as good as God, you got to do what he said. You got to taste this sweet, intoxicating nectar, the name. Then you're a guru as good as God. Because he does that, and you can do that too, right? Matter of fact, unless you're here, they don't know that that's important. They don't know in Krishna consciousness, in Vaishnavism, that this is important to taste this sweet, intoxicating nectar. See? So I like to get into the details here of what real Krishna consciousness is to taste this sweet, intoxicating nectar. Then you're as good as God, because he can do that, you can do that. That's as good as God. Matter of fact, in a sense, you're better, because the Lord was doing that before, and nobody knows that now. So the guru is very important. That's why Krishna himself says the guru is more worshipable than I am, more important than I am, because they're going to reveal who I actually am. No one else can do that. Yeah, people don't know. Once a neophyte disciple of Prabhupada said, "Oh, aren't we lucky, that Krishna came to America? Aren't we lucky?" I've heard this so many times here also. Oh, aren't we? All glories to all the acharyas. Yeah, how about the one facing you, man? How about the one getting you into the kingdom of God right now? Or was it all glory? Yeah, well, great. Yeah. See, so Prabhupada said, "You're lucky I came to America and gave you that name." He said that. That's why, I just follow my master, man. If he said it, I say it too, because it's important. People don't know. Yeah. Even these Prabhupada disciples, sometimes they leave here. Well, you're lucky, you didn't get this ecstatic devotion from him. You're coming here and getting it. We're finishing the process. See? People don't know. See? So we teach these little details here.
They are stuck in the Old Testament.
They don't know. We're here to help them understand who they're worshiping. Otherwise, they don't know. You got to show that, you can bring that transcendental Lord down into this world. Otherwise, he's the one who delivers us. It's tasting this intoxicating nectar. You got to become like birds of a feather flock together. If you can't taste this nectar, you're not a real representative of the Krishna conscious movement yet. You need shiksha. You need to be with devotees and learn from them how to taste this sweet, intoxicating nectar. Haven't we proven that here every day? That we're tasting this? Many of us. Otherwise, how can you point to where what the Lord came here for? Because it's right there. You got to show this is what the Lord came here for. Otherwise, they don't even know. I'm Gurudev. Oh, Gurudev, please deliver me. Deliver you where? To what? To what experience of God? I don't know. I just do this because it sounds good, and I read the prayers. Oh, Gurudev, and I got my guru there. Oh yes, my child, I'll deliver you. Where are you going to deliver? Well, we don't know. We just act like monkeys. We're like monkeys. Imitate. Prabhupada did this, and well, we do this. We speak like this. We look like Prabhupada. Act like walk around, and a nice big stick, beat you a little bit, give you some more rules. We can't give you real bhakti, can't beat you with bhakti. We beat you with rules. regulations, mandates, draconian. I'm your father. I remember I left ISKCON because I couldn't take it anymore. Practically go to the bathroom, I had to ask permission. It's like going to friggin' government. They want to control everything in my life, just like the government. There's no difference. When I left, I felt so good. And they said, you're going to go into Maya. You never try to put me in fear. It's like that. Oh, you don't get the shot, you're going to get corona. Same bullshit, man. Religion. As soon as I got rid of it, I didn't need it from the beginning. That's why you come here very easily. You give up religion. You don't need it. When you get your true father, a relationship with your true, what do you need this for? I'm here just to connect you guys with your true father, and when that's done, then you're happy, right? Finally happy. Oh, I know where to go. I got somewhere to go to get free of this world. Now I got a real counselor, just like Jesus. That's the business of Guru, to connect you to the true God so that you have a real counselor. I'm here to help empower persons, get them empowered by the Lord. We're built to be like that. The big brother is the Guru. See, the world is the Maya. Oh yeah, they all want to be big brothers. See, all the way up from the gurus to the in the world, they're all gurus. We're your big brother until you learn from the real spiritual master. And they get you free, set you free, just like they are. I don't need those big brothers out there. All they do is they're just ill advice, all the way up into these mass movements of Vaishnavism, big groups, and they all have the same thing. They want to do the same stuff, man. It's the same. That's why I learn about these things through the world. Shows me what religion is. The same stuff they want. Yeah, one rule for everybody. See, everybody, this is you conform. You're a square peg. We're gonna make you round and stuff you into this thing. That's why, stuff, repress. This is religion. Anyway, good. Be stuffed, squeezed in, repressed until you're ready to be free. Then you can come here or in some lifetime meet a real guru who is ready to, give you freedom. You'll listen to them. Okay. The whole thing is here, hey man, become intoxicated like the Lord, man. We're here to teach that. If you have a problem with that, go out there and be stuffed. Be stuffy and stuffed and repressed and depressed and compressed. Because that's religion, man. It's not perfect. Okay, it's good for a start. You ready to move on? I love this. This poem is so great. So to taste the intoxicating sweet waves of the nectar of the transcendental love for Krishna. See, love for Krishna. That's what it's all about. Do you really love Krishna? Oh, yes. Yeah, what are your symptoms? Oh, I just love Krishna. Yeah, what does it feel like? Oh, I don't know. I just say it. Are you a real guru? Oh, yes. GBC said I'm a real guru. Yeah, you see, aren't I dressed right? Don't I look right? Is there something wrong with me? Oh, those are your symptoms of being a real leader, huh? Yeah, symptoms. Yeah, what are your symptoms? Do you have a real transcendental relationship with the Lord? Do you actually love Krishna? If you do, you have these symptoms. This is what we teach here. What are the real symptoms of this love? It's very important because if you don't see it, you're being fooled. Probably. I mean, it could be maybe a person's one of these acharyas. But thing is, that's over, man. This is the new faith. This is what God really wants. If you're still doing that, well, how long do you want to do it? You think the Lord wanted to sit there and not taste mellows and not doing in front of the people? Well, now's the time. I mean, if somebody's doing that, might as well go there, because now love of God is being given. You get to see what it is. Nobody knows what it is to taste intoxicating sweet mellows. Man, all these books are here, but nobody can see. They're blind because nobody knows its value. You got to be demonstrating its value if you want people to know what that is. Well, I'm telling you, the Lord wants people to know. He wanted people to know 500 years ago. That's why he came. And it's time to revive that realization. How valuable these tears are, and how valuable this transcendental intoxication is. Oh, it's time to know it's different than drinking a beer or many beers. Yeah. Okay, drinking alcohol is bad, but smoke is okay. Well, gradually we'll get on the same page. I think we'll kind of sync up with this. Howdy. Smoke is okay. I guess you're a smoker. You smoke pot or something, probably. The main thing is you got to taste this transcendental nectar. If you need to give up this other stuff, if you're too addicted to anything, if you're too addicted to smoking pot, like you can't have a moment without it, it might be a problem. But gradually all our habits will be adjusted. Where there'll be more of this ecstatic worship because it's most attractive. And the other stuff will diminish. I don't do it. The only problem, like Prabhupada was, just dry out, completely. It's like treat everybody just to dry them out or something, but not everybody needs to. It just depends. That's why you got to be intelligent, man. If you have a alcohol problem or a smoke problem, be intelligent. Is it in your way? It just depends, maybe. And if you keep coming here, the main thing is if you keep coming here and you like what we do and you like to hang out for 3 or 4 hours, man, I'm telling you, you're going to get a boon, man. You're going to get more than you expected. You're going to get more help than you expect. Whatever needs to be adjusted will. I don't need to sit there and be your father like the government wants to do. And they do a horrible job. One size fits all for them. Same thing, these gurus, one size fits all. It's like, well, they just, I've seen how these sannyasis operate. I've seen it. I kind of think, my God, what is this? They look at you and they say, yeah, renounce everything, man, and that's, so they're like these little kids. They have very little life experience, especially when they started become gurus. They were like 18, 20 years old, and they were Guru Devs that you surrender your life to. These friggin' kids, these are these politicians. It's like I look at the politicians, they're like that. They do a horrible, bad job. They're bureaucrats. They're only in it for the money, and most of these gurus were in it for the money too. And the money and the fame and all that bullshit, man. Donkey urine. You're still going to that when this is available? That's stupid, man. Dumb. I'm sorry, but that's the truth, man. Here, Transcendental Mellows is here. You can know what God really came here for and be set free, and you're still going to that? You're really a child. Go ahead, stick with that. Go ahead, play guru, play follower. Oh, Guru Dave, deliver me. They can't do nothing for you practically. What's going to do something for you is this. You're going to come here, you're going to taste what God tastes, and then boom, you're free, set free forever. Am I saying that? Is that not in the book? Yeah, the Lord came here with devotees like that, and they very easily awakened and with transcendental mellows. See, they're set free from the tasting this nectar. Isn't that amazing? Tasting the transcendental realm. What do you think they're doing in the spiritual world? Tasting the transcendental realm, relishing it, appreciating it. That's their happiness. Now, if your happiness is that here, whoa, what does that mean? It's seeing the transcendental realm right before your eyes here, man. We enjoy the transcendental realm. We relish it. Krishna thinks it's the best service. Sorry, I got to get these mosquitoes a lot in here, man. They disturb my bhajan. They're going to bite the dust. Sorry. Maybe they'll get a good birth in the next mosquito life. Maybe get a human birth or something. I don't know. I don't like to kill ants, but mosquitoes, I don't know, man. They're really a pain in the Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what it's about. Okay, let's see what else. As well as to give this nectar to others. See, this is the practice. Krishnadas Kaviraj said, you cannot teach this kind of bhakti without practicing yourself. So the practice is the tasting it. And if you can't, then you can't distribute it because it's distributed by tasting it. And then those who are your friends, those who hear from you, they get it because it's like, it makes the connection. It makes the link. See, is the favorability, the openness. Acceptance. Oh, wow, I really like this. Oh, you become a friend of a devotee and their student. Yeah, of course, it's got to need both. If you see, I've had people, they say, I just want to be your friend. I don't want to be your student. I think that, and they never stay. They can't even stay, not even a day or two. They have the wrong attitude. I just want to be your friend. I don't want to be your student. What is this? What, you don't want to learn this? If you don't want to have that relationship too, because it comes like that. This is why you see, it's all Bhagavad Gita teaches this. Arjuna, you're not envious me, because people that are like that are envious actually, and they don't want to give it up. They want to be equal to Guru, and they're not qualified. See, they don't want to give it up. So, Arjuna, this is in the Bhagavad Gita. Chapter 9 or 10. Arjuna, because you are never envious of me and you're my friend and my disciple, I'm imparting this to you. You treat me as guru, and then you're my friend also. See, otherwise there's no receptivity. Okay? And then you get it, and then you're elevated to the same platform as your guru in that sense, but you're never in the right mood. You're grateful. Yeah, wow, thank you very much, man. Wow, you're my friend and you're my master. Just thinking about you, I get totally ecstatic because the Lord's very happy with you. That's the only reason. It makes the Lord happy, that we're in line now. We have the proper mood, proper understanding. We surpass the false ego of envy, jealousies, competitions, and all that stuff. This is what holds a lot of people back. These guys are real sneaky today. Usually I haven't been bothered by mosquitoes, but this place there are a lot of trees and grass, and we're up in the river right there. So they got in somehow. Okay. So he has appeared in the transcendental abode of Navadweep as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one who is untouched by any piety, who is completely absorbed in their religion, or has never received the merciful glance of the devotees or any holy place sanctified them, will still ecstatically dance, loudly sing, and even roll about on the ground when he becomes intoxicated by tasting the nectar of transcendental mellows of love of God given by Lord Chaitanya. See? So when you're receptive, that was given 500 years ago. Who's got that now? See, you got to find one person that's a real associate of Lord Chaitanya, that is really connected and has these mellows. And then you receive them by associating with them just like then. You hang around these devotees chanting in ecstasy and everything. You're getting purified. You listen to their realizations about that the Lord gives them, and you're getting more clear, more purified. So that's the way it works. And then all of a sudden you become tasting these mellows. You start to, the waves of ecstasy begin to roll over you. It's always been nice. It was like that with Jesus. Yeah, they listened, Jesus' disciples listened to him for 3 years, and he said to them at the end of his preaching, "Oh, because you're clean by the words I've spoke to you." See, it's a cleansing. You're cleaned inside of ignorance, stupidity, ignorance. You're guided. That's why by the action of the super soul in your heart and the real bona fide spiritual master from the outside, you're guided properly. Otherwise, the Maya is very strong to pull you off. It's like this river. You ever been in a river where the current's really strong? And it's so strong that you can't get out of it. It just pulls you right down. When you were the bona fide guru, they're pulling you out of that current of Maya, that you need help. That's why they call deliverers. You got to be, the guru's got to be pulled out. They got to be holding on to the real rope themselves. Otherwise, how do you pull? This is the problem. Why people stay on the religious rule level, ceremony level, external level of bhakti. Nobody can pull them out. They don't have the strength. See? It takes transcendental strength to pull. You got to be, real guru is a deliverer of their disciples. It's no joke. It's no just a bunch of words. If you got to have witnesses. This is what Jesus, when he was here, he pulled those 11 people out of this material world into spiritual consciousness. The awakening happened. See, he worked from the outside and the Lord works from the inside. It was finished and complete when the awakening had it. And it's not really finished, but you're now it's perfect. And now you have this relationship. See, you're working with God from inside. See, so now you're whole. Otherwise, you're never whole. You're all crippled. Everybody's crippled. Biden's crippled. I make this personal. People learn by personal examples, right? Yeah, Trump, you're crippled. People, even one guy said, be careful you don't make him as a savior. And people do that with people. You make these gurus your savior. They're crippled unless they have this relationship. And most don't. 99.9% of those gurus do not have this relationship, eternal relationship with God. And that's the truth. If you do, prove it. Prove us wrong. Show us your deuces. They don't, because they're in Maya still. Name, fame, and all that stuff. They never do it. Yeah, Charya Day, I dare you, come here, have a discussion. You show me that you have an eternal relation. Go ahead, dance with all your scriptures and all that. Just prove to me. Let's see some tears. Let's see some trembling. Let's see some relish of this name. Because that's the standard, man. Isn't it? Am I exaggerating? What do you think being as good as God means? That means let me see you taste what Lord Chaitanya tasted, the intoxicating mellows of love of God. Otherwise, I think you're shucking and jiving us. Oh, that's so offensive to point out the truth, Gaur Hari Das. That's not very humble of you. Well, yeah. It's the truth that sets you free, not this feigned humility thing. You got a lot of demons that are feigning what they've all saying, yes, I'm your doctor. Yeah, really. Prove it. Let's see here. Amy, she always has some good things to say. Let's see what she has to say. I feel like when a person's pride gets in the way of understanding their position in a disciplic succession, they will start accusing Guru of being egocentric and narcissistic and having the divine nature of God. Yeah. Well, the bottom line is, do you have the divine nature of God? Because that's the real truth. This is the problem. Nobody has that standard, nor can we do that on our own. We need help. We need the scriptures. We need the book Bhagavat. We need the devotee Bhagavats. That's why I say you either came in like this and very easily it awakens, or you get it in disciplic line, which is practical and the way for 99.9%. You got to get it in the line. This way, when you get it, then you can pass it on. You don't get it, you don't pass it on, man. People didn't get what Prabhupada had and can't pass it on. That's the problem. All it is becomes a bunch of rules and regulations, never goes beyond that until somebody is sent again. Bhakti Vinod was sent. Bhakti Siddhanta was sent. Prabhupada was sent. They got to be, man. You cannot achieve this on your own. Lord, to get what you see here in this Sangha, you got to be better than Lord Brahma. Better! 60,000 celestial years. Krishna appeared in his heart, but it was not the Krishna Vrindavan. We don't have the power to do that. Either you got it in the last life by the mercy of a Vaishnava or some other life, or you get it in this life, which is practical. If you refuse the gift now, forget about getting it. You just die a Vaidhi Bhakti, or die a worldly person, die a follower of Biden, this idiot, die a Trump worshiper. What is that? No mellows, man. You missed the chance. You missed the boat. Die a worshiper of these stars who are worshiping Satan, man. Oh, Michael Jackson, you're so... and all these others. Look at even Sachi. She was this... Oh, you offended Michael Jackson. What? The guy was a devil worshiper. He was. Yeah, you look at the last... you don't think I've been doing research on these guys? You guys have, most of you haven't done any research. You don't take the time to be well versed in what the hell's going on. You believe in these guys. I find it very interesting to find out what they're really doing. Actually, he didn't like that after, because his last phone call is, hey man, they're coming after me. What do you think these guys? Do you think they're really suiciding? These guys get killed when it's time. They're like these, what do they call, like they have handlers and all that stuff. Anybody famous now, most of them, these guys, they're, one guy was, that Dwayne guy with a black guy with black body, everybody think, I used to think, wow, he's such a nice, great, mode of goodness, nice. He played the Tooth Fairy, big guy, Dwayne something or other. The guy was talking about eating children. I couldn't believe it. And then he was one of these guys and all that stuff, man. I'm telling you, man, don't believe anything out there now. It's all lies. I can't say all, but a lot of lies. Watch out for these. They're going to come to the doors of people, and they're going to be really tricky and all that stuff. This Maya works by tricks and deceptions, and it's in full force now. Full force. Don't see, people have, especially devotees, have a tendency to believe, and that's okay, but watch out now who you believe. Yeah, that rock guy. Yeah, they're all coming out. What they really, you can see they do the eye, the illuminating thing, and the, all these signal things. Now you can see it's the Lord. He's doing, revealing. He wants to. He's, like this morning I was chanting, and I was realizing, wow, the Lord is driving me and everybody else, if they want, giving them an opportunity to come back to a spiritual potency, because this is all His too. I mean, this is actually the fruit of that. If that drives you, I tell you, if that what's going on in the world, which is very horrible experience. I mean, it's hell coming on earth, really, hell. It's getting more draconian. If that drives you here, when you really realize what's going on here, and that got you here into this kind of place, or some real devotee with a real devotion, and you liberated, you'll be good. Thank you, Lord, for bringing me at this time, because it brought me here. You're successful realizing this and tasting these mellows. You will know it. You will know, wow, man, what a great time to be born, because now I can taste what you taste in your transcendental manifestation in this world, which was for us to do this, so that we can go back into the spiritual. We don't have to go back even. The Lord is, oh, hey, I'm with you. What do you want to, let's decide what to do. It's what it is. Every day, I just get to meet with the Lord. It's like a confidential meeting. These meetings, this is better than a GBC meeting. Those are boring, man. Those, they're meeting together. None of them have actually realized God. I'll just say, I don't think any of them realize God. They, in that, being in that association. Are you kidding? If you've realized God, that would be very boring to be with non-devotees. Most of them are they have no devotion. Just ego, materialist, material religion, everything. It's no much different than, or no different at all, actually, than, the Catholics. You ever see these popes and all that stuff? Most of them are non-devotees. They have no devotion. You think you're a devotee just because you're wearing the dress of a devotee? Come on, this is Kali Yuga. Read your books. Read 12th canto. Many demons in the dress of devotees. Most they're in it because they want to infiltrate and get. They like control. They like influence, and they have no pure devotion. Yeah, I abandon a religion. I don't care. I'll tell you, it's a religion. Who cares? Yeah, I don't trust these people. If you trust them, you're in trouble. You don't believe me? Look at some of the people we've taken out of religion here. I don't praise any of this religion, man. Abandon it. What Krishna says, I say. Why would I say any different? If he says abandon all varieties of religion and surrender to me, I will give you protection. See? Krishna is the conclusive truth that is arrived at by devotion. That's all I'm surrendered to. See? That's my God. See? That's what the Vedas teach, is God. Sat Chit Ananda. See? I don't need anything else. Don't give me any fluff. Okay? That's what you learn here. How to surrender to Krishna. What is Krishna? Well, Krishna comes along with a package, and that's Radha. No devotion, no real Krishna. You'll be jerked around by these kinds of gurus who haven't realized Krishna. You'll believe that they can take you somewhere. They can't take you out of the material universe. Only those who have captured Radha and Krishna in their heart. Am I saying, does that make any sense? You go to, you come to these groups, ISKCON or whatever it is, and you think you're going to get Krishna. Well, does your guru have Krishna and Radha? Yeah. No. Well, yeah, I got Krishna. Yeah. Do you have Radha? Yeah. Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. Well, where are the tears, man? If you've captured Radha, man, you know that, and she's in your temple, man, she's going to express herself through you. And that means tears and all the devotional feelings. It's the spiritual potency, man. It's very pure and very purifying. If that's not in your temple, you don't represent the full Godhead. You just represent some speculation of Krishna that you can't know without have captured Radha in your heart. Devotion. Isn't that what we read didn't you read that yesterday, Lalita? How important devotion was. Why should I say anything different than Lord Chaitanya? Oh, devotion is the most important thing. See? That's why I say, you guru, no devotion, no guru, really. I mean, what are you coming to Krishna for? You want to be delivered? Well, guru means devotion, and then you get the real Krishna. No devotion, no real Krishna. It'll be a bunch of speculation, bunch of hypocrisy still, impurities. They can't get rid of it. No, devotion is the only purifying force in this world. It says, blessed are the pure. Let's even take the Bible. Blessed are the pure in heart. They shall see God. Literally, you see God as the book, Bhagavat. As the names, you see him by tasting these verses. Only the pure in heart understand the Srimad Bhagavatam. See? First chapter, second verse. Srimad Bhagavatam. Only the pure in heart. And you must have devotion to have a pure heart. Otherwise, you don't have a pure heart. It's going to be full of the mode still. Even mode of goodness. Not good enough. Right? Not good enough. Daksha wasn't good enough. He was in a mode of goodness, a demigod and everything, but not good enough. So you got to be like Lord Shiva. He had devotion. See, devotion was the source of his power. Devotion was the source of his intelligence. Devotion was the source of his ability to deliver even hobgoblins. You look in Bhagavatam, these demons were smarter than the Brahmins. Smarter! Simply because they took shelter of Shiva. They had better glorification. They understood the power of Shiva because of his grace. The same thing here. Unless you become a friend and a disciple here, you won't know what's going on here. You'll think something else. That's why people leave. They just want to be either friends, or they say, or they want to actually be equal. And they go away and they don't know the amazing, fantastic things going on here. Starting with my ex. She's a lesson to the world. Give me my ex-wife. Can you imagine? Left this and can't figure out how great it is going on here. See, this is not wanting to be a real disciple. No, I want to go follow a false gurus and stuff that can't give this. And they're still, oh, Gurudev, when will I get this bhakti, this pure? It's all here, right here, being given as a gift. And they can't see it. Talk about illusion. I'm amazed, actually. I had these Prabhupada disciples too. Sometimes they come here and they come and they get this juice, man. They start to feel it and I start to see it, everything. And this other thing comes along where well, I don't know. I think I'm going to, be equal to the teacher, and all of a sudden they lose it. See, because they don't follow the real process. See? You want to be a disciple, a student, and a friend. That's what we do. That's the only qualification. I just say, some people, they've come and said, hey, I just want to be your friend. I said, okay, well, come here and just be the friend. It never works out. Never, not one time. See, whenever we go against the real way, the Lord shows. You see, it doesn't work. And then I find it in the Shastra why it doesn't. Same thing when Prabhupada came and Krishna came and said, yeah, you do this now. You be like Guru now. See? And people will get the grace of God because we say so, And I did it for a while and people were getting it. And as soon as I started to get, like this Ritvik, well, God, this is a big response. Maybe I should do it another way. And I tried the Ritvik, never worked, nothing. Just nothing worked, not clear. We didn't feel good in the heart, anything, not working. And then I went to, well, maybe it's with Jesus or something. Then I go that way, didn't quite work. It always was it's the scriptures and the order of the Lord and the Lord's devotees, the disciplic line. And it works. Then I got back on track. People are getting benefit. See, it's an alignment with the spiritual truth. This is the way of the acharyas. She read that yesterday. I think one of you, or maybe I read it. I don't know. This is why it's good to read these scriptures. It goes in there, and you start getting it when you're like in the chanting and going through life. Very important, especially when you're at this stage here. Yeah, I forgot where I was going, but anyway, it's good.
You were saying that it's so important that we really understand this concept of guru, who is part of this disciplic line who got the order, and that we don't. We go behind.
And then it works. See, it's like, the reason Chaitanya Charitamrita is here and why it works, why it was written and everything, is Krishnadas Kaviraj got the order and blessing of the Vaishnavas. And then Krishna also gave the garland, and so it works. And because it said that whenever you get the blessing of a Vaishnava, what you do is work if you follow the order. It's the active principle of spiritual life. See, everything comes in alignment. I was thinking, well, I'm not really qualified. Yeah, Prabhupada said that. Krishna says, yeah, you're going to do it. But I'm thinking, well, again, this is how I got out of alignment. It was a good lesson. Well, I'm not really qualified. So I go against the order. They say it doesn't matter. We say to do this, you just do this, And I'm thinking, well, I'm not really qualified. Let me do something else. Do it a different way. So that was a great teaching. And I realized, hey, man, it's by the order of the spiritual master is the active principle spiritual life. The opinion of the spiritual master is the active principle spiritual life. See? So because it's not really their opinion, it comes by this ecstatic worship in a mature stage. See? So therefore, it's going to work because it's clear. You're going to have a clear insight into the transcendental realm. So it works. Yeah, anyway, kind of interesting points.
Can I ask you something, Guru Maharaj?
Of course.
I think it must have been very subtle. I don't know when you were in this Ritvik position, but did you have the order of Srila Prabhupada already at that moment?
Yeah, before. Yeah, see, what happened was, well, first, actually, before that, it was more, there was the Ritvik thing, because I didn't get the order. Okay. And so I thought, I tried the guru thing. Okay. Okay. So anyway, I was with ISKCON for 5 years. I took initiation from Tamal Krishna, one of these gurus. So I did that and I found it didn't work. So then I left ISKCON and then I saw then they had this Ritvik paper that they were hiding from the devotees. We didn't know. I didn't know anything about it. Then we're hiding this stuff. And so then I saw there was a Ritvik thing. And then it's, oh, yeah, that makes more sense. Prabhupada signed it and everything. And I said, yeah, it makes more sense. So I followed that. And it was great. I felt the connection with Prabhupada and everything. It was very good. It's like, continue on with the mood. It's like Prabhupada's mood was like that with his godbrothers. You should have just continued on the movement. Don't artificially appoint gurus and acharyas. because you're not qualified. You cannot deliver people like the real guru can. So just continue the mission. So I was in that continuing the mission because I didn't get the order to do this. I wasn't even thinking of being a guru. I just was so happy to read Prabhupada's books. I felt shelter. I was so happy to chant the holy name and the pastimes of the Lord Chaitanya. I felt shelter. That's all I cared about. I just did that for years. And then the order came from Prabhupada when spontaneously a couple of people came, and then Krishna appeared, and then Prabhupada appeared, said, yeah, now you do this. Because of your guru, Krishna said to my second disciple, because of your guru, I'm giving you darshan. What does that mean? That's why it works here. Yeah, go ahead.
So actually the fact that you yourself understood the concept of a living guru made everything work here.
Yeah. Well, what happened was, so anyway, I did the Ritva thing until then. Then I got the order. Prabhupada said, okay, he's saying that to do this, to be guru, to act in this position. It's like an appointment, but it's a divine appointment. See, Mahapurusha comes in it was not just a dream, it was a lucid dream, very clear. I remember every detail of it right to this day. And Krishna also came in a vision, like wide awake vision to my second disciple. I'm sitting there right in front of her, and saying these things. So, what was the point? I forgot what I was.
Accepting that concept of the living guru and the order of Srila Prabhupada.
Oh, yeah.
Work actually.
Yeah. So, see, the order of Prabhupada was common sense. If you're not a acharya, a real spiritual master, because people in the Vaishnava line, they go and they say, oh, Gurudev, please deliver me. Because they consider the guru is going to, that's what the scriptures say. Your guru is going to deliver you. But are you that stature? Are you that empowered to do that? No, they're not. They're speculating. Oh, yeah, we'll just take because the scriptures say that, even though we're not that. You got to be a devotee Bhagavat. You got to be an empowered devotee that represents those scriptures. Literally, the scripture represent the way the gurus were. You got to be that guru now. You got to, be empowered to do that. And when they look at you, they see, and then when they look at the scripture, they say, yeah, my guru's like this. It works. But it's not like that. It's out of alignment. See? So anyway, Prabhupada's order was, you just do that. The guru will arise. The acharya will arise naturally. And it did, naturally. See, naturally, I was just, all of a sudden people started to come, like, what are these? They want to hear that. And then I read Chaitanya Leela to them, and they start busting out with tears, and there's like boom. And so naturally, and then confirmation. See, in the scripture, get the confirmation. The Mahaprabhu, there was nobody really qualified here that I could see. And Prabhupada came in a lucid dream, and then Krishna comes. See, and so everything is getting in alignment. So all I did was I realized just stay in alignment, and everything will be well. That's why I'm confident now. I'm clear. I did this way, that way. I tried this. I tried that. I tried to worm my way out of it. Oh man, because it's big responsibility. Tried to run away. You're kind of like, what was that guy in the fish? This is Joe, not Joe, but Jonah. God said, I want you to do this. No. He kept trying to run from the position. So I did a little of that, No, I'll be a Ritvik again. Oh, no, I'll go to Jesus. Maybe that's better,
Now you know it all.
Yeah, you got to do a certain amount of experience. You got to try this and that. That's why, everybody. We have a journey as individual. Just like people, even if they leave here, and they do their thing, it's part of the journey, part of their journey, individual. Yeah, I'll still talk about it because maybe it'll save some people some heartache, they don't have to go that route, It's like in Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. Yeah. All right. So, one who is untouched by any piety, who is completely absorbed in irreligion, or has never received the merciful glance of devotees or been to any holy place, sanctified by them, will still ecstatically dance, loudly sing, and even roll about on the ground when he becomes intoxicated by tasting the sweet nectar of the mellows of pure love of God, given by Lord Chaitanya. So that's what it's about. So that's being given again. People are tasting this also. And even though, like, so that's why the Lord comes and shows even people that are like Amy. She didn't have any contact. She didn't do any of this that we see. Maybe in another life, but in this life, no, nothing really, anything extraordinary. But she has one thing, is she's accepted. This is Lord Chaitanya taught by example that the real process is simply accept the gift when it's here. Jesus taught the same. Just accept the gift when it's here. See, the gift of the Holy Spirit when it's here. It's here when the devotee is here and giving that. By personally practicing and tasting these things.
Understanding the attraction, actually.
Yeah, say more about that.
Well, I can feel that she's attracted to what you're saying, and that she wants to know more. It touches her. I can feel that she feels touched, and she comes back because it is attractive, but not everybody sees this attraction. A lot of people are averse.
You see, it depends on. See, the Lord will draw who He draws. He's in the heart of everybody. So the idea is like Jesus. He knew this. He just kept on preaching because He was here to preach. Do the same thing. I just keep on preaching. I keep sharing. I know this isn't going to go over with everybody. A lot of people are adverse to this. Who does he think he is? Yeah, well, anyway, I'm just myself. Bottom line is, it's just being yourself, whatever that is. Even it works in the world. Prabhupada was just himself. Not everybody agree with him. He was just himself, and that's really the real thing, is just to be yourself, whatever that is, and that's your dharma. So I'm just being myself. Whoever wants to come, that's great. I get friends to play with. It's wonderful. I'm happy alone, and I'm happier with other people too. It's just like, it's great. To have now, I know why Krishna expanded himself and was not just alone. He was happy alone. But it's nice to have friends, it's just, that's why he did it. That's why he has Vrindavan with himself and friends. It's all him in a sense, but he has the Yoga Maya. So I'm getting Yoga Maya here with you guys. Unless you come to the level of ecstatic love, we can't really play that well together. It's just how it is. And that's when the only problems I usually have is when the devotees are fighting it, and they're like, they're just, in the mundane consciousness sometimes. And it's a pain in the ass. It's like having children, immature still, they're, anyway. But as devotees get with the program, they're like, get to the point of attraction. That's great, it's like devotees here that are into that. Oh yeah, man, I really like. Then you like what the guru likes. See, then you're kind of like more friends. Oh wow, you like this too. It's like, interesting. It's pretty amazing. Amy, she likes what I like. It's like, wow, she likes what I like. She wants more of Krishna. I like to be around people like this. It's inspiring, Yeah, but if you're in here sometimes, well, I'm going, I mean, who I, I don't know, it's like, oh, well, they're going through stuff, They'll get through it gradually, but it's the pain in the ass,
Mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes, like little mosquitoes, false ego stuff. Do take what is offered, admit, to agree. Yeah, that's great. Definition, acceptance is to accept what is offered, to admit and agree to the proposal. I mean, see, this is the whole thing. Lord Chaitanya came to accept the path of ecstatic love. Why would he do that? To teach us. He teaches by example. He accepted the path of ecstatic love. That's what we teach here. Anybody comes here and accepts. You're coming here. If you stay around, that means you're beginning to accept the path of ecstatic love because it's here. Why else would you be here unless you want to say, well, if honestly, you might think, well, let me look at this and see if I want to accept this path of ecstatic love. It looks pretty crazy, but it's maybe a little attractive, and let me check it out more. That's an honest thing. The more you check it out, you'll see the more truth is in this. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. Not attainable by faithful performers of pious deeds, and not understood by those engaged in austerity, meditation, and yoga, and not guessed at by those absorbed in detachment, renunciation, or prayers, and unknown even to the devotees full of love for Lord Govinda. The secret of pure love, pure devotional service has been revealed by the holy name during Lord Gaura's advent. See, the secret of the holy name during Lord Gaura. See, Lord Gaura showed us the importance of devotion, saturating that name with devotion. See, that's the revelation, because people were chanting Krishna before, but they was dry, just like now. See, so this is why these persons preaching in Vaishnavism, renunciation, sadhana, yogas, all this meditation, pious deeds, be a new age Vaishnava, marriage counselings, and, this is Vaishnavisms, and, all these mixtures and alloys cannot guess at what's being given here. See, we're revealing the whole name here, not half the name, not just Krishna, Radha, and the importance of that. Because if devotion doesn't awaken, you'll never understand that name. You won't guess. You cannot guess that. You have to accept the gift. That's what the teaching is here. Anybody, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you left 100 of these gurus telling you that you shouldn't leave, that you should follow them to your death and all that stuff. If you come here, you'll get what you can't get from thousands of those gurus. And we prove it here every day. This is the real path, man. This is the real path. This is where you will attain reality, eternal reality, not temporary reality, not temporary gurus, not hypocrisies, not just external bhakti, just varnashram dharma. You'll get the essence of religion. The essence of religion is to love Krishna. That's what you'll get. That is eternal. Nothing else is. Nothing. Zero. Oops, sorry. See, we got the Illuminati, the two eyes. The real true illumination is complete. You got to see Krishna, and you got to recognize what is the devil, man. This is how the devil tricks you. You can't recognize the tricks. See, this is why they say the one eyes. They want you to look at the devil, look at Maya. Just look completely at Maya. Make Maya your God, Maha Maya. See, when you realize the complete truth, which you do by devotion to the transcendental Lord, not devotion to the Maya, in the form of complete devotion to your children, complete devotion to money, complete devotion to controlling the world, complete Maya. That's what it is. Complete illusion. Who's going to help these people? See, only those who are realized. Devotion to Krishna. If you haven't realized that, you can't help people very well. You teach them on all these different paths, but they're very weak. We have devotion to Krishna here, man. Ecstatic devotion. The greatest opulence in all the universe is put together. This bhakti is special, man. Don't you want specialness in your life? Don't you want to be special to God? One devotee that has devotion to Krishna, he's thinking is better than the whole universe of living beings that don't. One devotee is more special to the Lord. Why? Because they represent the spiritual potency. It's their life and soul, because that's the life of the world. See? That's why Jesus, they say, while I'm in this world, I'm the light of the world. But he was the life of the world. See, life, manifestation of that spiritual potency, Satchidananda, man. That's every real devotee. Anyone who got the blessing of Jesus becomes the life of the world.
Living light.
living. You need that living light, man. Otherwise, you forget what it is. All it is in the book then, and you don't understand it. You make it becomes real. It becomes a lifestyle. It becomes real in this world even. And overturns the complete illusion. That's why Maya cannot stay in our sadhu sangha. Too much conclusive truth, too much life, too much light, too much ecstasy. Real feeling, transcendental feeling. How can any illusion, all these people coming, everything, the material, even when they pop in here with their material feelings and their confusions and all, see, this is a confused person. This person, mundane feeling, is, what's going on here? What's going on here? Well, stick around and you'll find out. You don't stick around, you just come. A lot of people just pop their head in. What's going on? What's going on? And then they go. Very well. Okay. Well, you got a little glimpse, I guess. Ultimately, everyone is responsible over one's own life. And I'll tell you, man, it's great when you surrender to Krishna and then he becomes responsible for your life. I mean, otherwise you're doing it the hard way. This is the thing. You're given that responsibility when you don't surrender. Oh, okay. I'm just going to give you the illusion that you're God, that you're responsible. Now, oh, look how responsible. Oh, you made a mistake. Oh, you did. Oh, punish him. Hey, that's karma. Oh, reward him. He's a God in this world. Ye shall be like gods. See? Yeah. He's a God. Give him rewards. Give him punishment. You got to get punishment here because you're not really like God. It's just an illusion. Punishment and reward. See? So we surrender to Krishna and he takes on all, even if we have some, some problems, some difficulties, some with so-called there's a word for this. I just say, you know what I'm saying? Just some not inferior, some that too, but some problems. It covers all that. That's surrendered. Some faults, some faults. The Lord covers it all because you're teaching the real path of surrender, man. This is why you don't have to be, people think, well, is he speaking perfectly? Is he writing perfectly? No, the question should be, is he a devotee or is she a devotee? Does she have real devotion? Because that's what the Lord accepts, is your real devotion. Not looking at faults, imperfection. That's why I say, any of you, if you're real gurus out there, do you got devotion? I don't care. Yeah, you can have any faults or this or that, but if you have real devotion, the Lord will use you and cover everything else. Everything will be covered. Okay? This is why, a lot of people, they try to say Prabhupada now, oh, you see, he had this fault, that fault. He used to do snuff, Oh, you see, he did snuff and he hid it. He didn't show and let anybody know. That's a bit of a fault. And he had his phobias. I know people who knew him personally, was really close, and he had some phobias, the eccentricities. But do I say, well, because he did that and he hid that, I should reject him? Well, no, it's not about the Lord covers that because of devotion. Devotion is what, gives Krishna inspiration. Even his devotees give him inspiration. Why should I be any? I get to, I know Prabhupada had real devotion. He had that devotional potency. See, but if you're still in the mental, you're looking for some material perfection, you're bewildered by that. They're using that now they were on the internet to get people off, to give become faithless in the real devotees. See? They do that here. Oh, you see, Gohari kissed the feet of Lalita Ganga. You see that? He's in Maya. What is it? You say that was a good quality. What's wrong with that? They even they make illusions. Anybody has devotion. Their feet are kissable. If you don't do that, then you have no part in Krishna. He washes the feet of his devotees and all that. What is this? Jesus did that, didn't he? He says, what does he have a foot fetish or something? No. This is how devotees are. This is natural devotion. The feet, it's power in the feet, great auspiciousness. Insecurities, it could be. You got to see. Otherwise, you don't see how Krishna's seen. You don't see what's really important. See, we're here to teach people what's really important to Krishna is this pure devotion, which are symptomized by you chant the holy name, you're tasting great transcendental happiness. Unmistakable. You cannot imitate. That's why you see these dry-eyed, you just show what you are, dry. Shows in your face and everything. Dry bread. Okay, whether seen, touched, glorified, remembered, bowed down from afar, or even worshipped, Lord Chaitanya gives the nectar of pure love of Krishna to his devotees. If you're not a devotee of Lord Chaitanya and you chant his name and everything, then you don't have this devotion to Krishna with its symptoms. See? That shows you're not an associate of Lord Chaitanya. You got to prove it. The people prove that they're an associate of Lord Chaitanya because when they chant the Leela, of Lord Chaitanya, their heart is enraptured by it. They love that. That Leela is their life and soul. Therefore, the Lord gives them devotion to Krishna. Many of you are examples of that. River's an example. You could say River's she loves the Leela, right? You could see she loves reading Chaitanya Bhagavat. What does the Lord do? He gives her devotion to Krishna, right? See, it works. What about Lalita there? She loves the Leela. So much so, the Lord gives her devotion to Krishna. You notice that? See, you're now manifestations of the verses. I'm not clapping. I'm getting. Hey, this guy's tricky. See, you're examples of the verses. You got to be. Otherwise, you can't teach this path. You gotta be an example. You gotta be an example of the mercy. receiving the mercy. You've accepted the mercy. You went in the door. Now you're the shepherd of the sheep that are also looking for the door. All these Vaishnavas and all these groups, they're looking for the door, and they're going through the door that doesn't have the prize. See, you're proof. Hey, man, I went through this door, man. I got the prize. What is the prize? They don't even know what the prize is, so you got to educate them. The prize is devotion to Krishna with its symptoms, man. Man, when you see a devotee chant the holy name, you see that person is relishing a mango. Better, 1,000 times better. You don't show that, you're no Guru Dev, man. You're not as good as God.
We found the front door. We found the front door. They are still on the back door.
You're in the back door, man. So I'll read it again. Whether seen, touched, glorified, remembered, bow down from afar, or worship, Sri Chaitanya gives the nectar of pure love of Krishna to his devotees. And that's so important, man, you know. The devotees, there's a verse. The devotees of Lord Chaitanya had one mark. You couldn't tell exactly who they were because a lot of them were householders. Some were poor, you know, like beggars. Some were very wealthy persons. You know, Pundarik Vijayanidhi had all these properties and everything. Some were kings. You couldn't tell. How do you tell? They're in all these different things. Well, they had this natural love for Lord Chaitanya. They loved seeing Lord Chaitanya. And what happened? They got devotion to Krishna. The Lord gave them. Oh, you love Lord Chaitanya. That's our secret here. We introduce people to Lord Chaitanya, and if they're actually a devotee, it shows. Oh, well, they just start loving this Leela, man, so easily. And then what happens? Very easily they get devotion to Krishna. You notice that? Isn't that amazing? But if you're not an associate of Lord Chaitanya and you come here and you're here about the Leela and everything, and your heart's not giving respect to that, oh, you don't get devotion to Krishna. It's only for the devotees. If you come here and accept this path and go through the purification, because sometimes you're back and forth with it. You know, there's a part of you really likes it. Then there's that other part. Get away from there, man. You know, you got the devil in your ear there. That's the conditioning. You know, I got to go through some of that. Yeah. So, but you go through it, then all of a sudden you're more devotee and less that. And after a while, you're none of that and more all devotee. You know. See, so it's progressive. Like this is definitely a progressive path. We go through the door. Where is the price? Where is the price? Others go through the door. Where is the pride? Oh yeah, where there's the prize. Yeah, where there's the prize. Yeah, the prize is here. Yeah, that one is pride. And see, this is different. You come here, you'll learn that pride. You'll make the distinguishing difference between pride and the price and the prize. The prize is devotion to Krishna, not pride. This is what do people worship. You know, I was in a sangha, Raghunuga Sangha, and all I saw was a bunch of pride. Yeah, proud. Yeah. The sannyasis with their sticks and all this. And I thought, that ain't doing. And then the highest, what do you call, the best of the students of the guru, they're all having these pride wars, you know. The two ladies, they were fighting each other all the time and they were competing. It's like a bunch of little children. And it was all pride, you know, what is this? They're competing. And so anyway, it's not easy to make this distinction, so that we're here to do that. You know, it's funny. Years later, I met one of the highest gurus in a thing, and I met her in an elevator, and she was with her followers and everything there. And I was the most in that little elevator. I still remember it was the emptiest thing I've ever experienced. It was completely empty, and she wouldn't even talk to me. You know, it's like, oh, I see, interesting. And this is what people are worshiping: death. And this is death here, the emptiness in religion. They follow one of these gurus. The same thing, you know. I went to their Mongol Artik, completely empty, no life, just this regulative thing, empty worship. And they think, oh, this is pure devotion. People don't know what it is. This is when I started to see, I had to look around and see what people were promoting as pure devotional service. It's usually pride or just this, which is mundane, just this mundane energy blocks you from the real devotion to Krishna. Yeah. You know? Anyway, that's why I love these verses, man. I can prove these points, you know, just, yeah, this is how it works. And then that's why I love the witness, sadhu. See, Guru, sadhu, shastra. We got it all here, man. You know, I got the verse and I show, you see, this is Lalita Ganga, this is river. See, these are examples. You want this result, you got to go through the door. You need Guru, sadhu, shastra. That's what we got here. Very strong. Okay? You want to be delivered? You're very easy here. You got Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. No bullshit, Guru. No, we got Shastra. And then I'm just telling you something different than the Shastra. Therefore, no sadhus out there. Nobody real sadhus. So it's a crippled. See, Vaishnavism is crippled like this. You got Prabhupada's books that are real and beautiful, and the Goswami books, real and beautiful. Okay? But you got no guru. And you got no sadhus made by the Guru and Shastra, proving that they're actually bona fide. See? This is why it is what it is. And you don't like me telling you the truth? Too bad. Stay out there in that until you see that the shoes are too tight. Wear those tight shoes till you're ready to be free and set free with the truth. They'll set you free, right? Truth? Ready for the truth? Ready for the ecstasy? Ready for the real promotion of Krishna and Radha in this world? Ready to see what that looks like? Ready to hear what that looks like? Ready to know yourself what that looks like? Ready to be born again? Born of the word of experienced devotees. Experiencing the spiritual potency. Otherwise, you're just playing games, playing doctor, playing guru, playing follower. It's just a big empty show still. You ready for the show to have substance? You ready to go through the real purification? You really ready to taste the real ecstatic relationship with God? All right. We attracted Amy here. Oh, there she is. Welcome. You like our little show today? Is it interesting? Am I too outrageous?
No, never. It's always a good show. Every day's better.
Well, you got to keep everybody entertained. Otherwise, how can they stay so long, you know? The show has to be thrilling, has to be interesting, has to be you know, different every day. Different but the same. Ever fresh. You know, you take the same teachings and you just go over them. They're just like new angles and fresh, right? You know, ever fresh. Yeah. All right. So let's see what else here. What other thing? Do you like this poem here from Prabodhanandana Saraswati? Amy? Okay. For those who have attained the merciful sidelong glance of Lord Gore, I'm just going to, For those who have attained the merciful sidelong glance of Lord Gore, impersonal liberation becomes as palatable as going to hell. See, sidelong glance, you feel, wow, you get this potency, you get this taste, like, wow, I really like Lord Chaitanya. See, we do that, but through mantra now. We just chant his glories, chant Radha and Krishna's glories. See, and that's, if you get that glance, man, you just, you feel it. See, this is the taste, the awakening. See, then everything, all these other paths seem insignificant. Remember those paths, Amy? They have this path, that path, and all that. It seems like insignificant now, doesn't it? See, this is how it is. And then even, let's see what other things seem insignificant to devotee. You get the glance here. The glance is, you feel Lord Chaitanya glancing. Wow, I feel it in my heart. I feel attracted to this literature. I feel attracted to this kind of sangha. See, sadhu sangha, real sadhu sangha, with real devotees. See, then everything else is insignificant. See, let's see what else is insignificant here. The heavenly cities of the demigods become as real as flowers imagined in the sky. Why? Because it's all in this material illusion. It's all self-interest. See, that goes for everything. Self-interested people. It's like, they're not purified. This glance of Lord, this taste for what is eternal. Just because we're built for it, man. Just because our nature to love God, man. And this the greatest experience. It's the greatest reality. Everything else is like, what are these persons? These self-interested. See, in the self-interested, interested in not the real self. The real self is this. This is the false identification, false ID. Even the demigods, they want to be important. See, they want to be important. Devotees aren't like this. No, who's important is the Lord and his real qualities, man. His real nature, that's important. To be able to appreciate his real nature is our saving grace. Not our qualities, or which, I want to be important. That quality of wanting to be important, that is a quality of Maya, being an illusion. See, everything is turned around. You want to be important, but you're not worthy. Well, none of us are worthy to be important, but you glorify the truth. And then people find out, wow, being attracted to Krishna's transcendental qualities is what's really important. Not only for the person chanting those glories, but the person's hearing. They hear what is real, and gets you out of this childlike state. I want to be acknowledged. You ever hear that, Amy? People, I'm so important. Listen to me. All the way into the exaggerated form now, the woke culture. Hey, these little babies running around. Hey, I'm important. Hey, I'm offended. Like a bunch of children running around.
Yeah, that's so true. And all this being offended about everything. I mean, that's a level of, you must think you're so important, or, that you're getting so offended by these little, who cares? I mean, get over yourself, get over it. It gets more ridiculous every day that it goes on.
Yeah,
and
that's people lack this. They lack the real shelter of truth. And that's why they'll die in that illusion. Self-importance is very important. That's material motive. You consider yourself so important that you'll do weird things to people. You'll do, I'm so important that I to get my way, I have to do all these things that have my, like that are not necessarily good for people. It's exaggerated. That's very demoniac now. So anyway, this is what really will purify people, is attraction to the Lord Chaitanya's transcendental virtues. Then we get purified. Otherwise, living in a crazy world. Okay. And the poisonous fangs of the untamable black snakes of the senses become broken. The whole world becomes full of joy, and Brahma, Indra, and all the demigods become like tiny insects. Let us glorify that Lord Gore. See, Brahma, they represent the mode of goodness. It's like tiny, what is this? People, they're glorifying, whoa, this person does good deeds. Oh, and then the demons get on it. They say, well, the demigods are being glorified. Let us imitate them. Let us act as philanthropists, See, but they're all full of motive. Whether you're a demon or a demigod, you still got motive. You want to be important and all these things. Devotees are set free from all of that. It's illusions. It's so refreshing to just relish God's name. And you realize, this is what's important, is this taste. It's the only thing really important in this world is eating food. This is food. See? You notice it's the mouth doing it, chewing the name. The bread of life. Thank you, Krishna. The bread of life with the butter of Radha on it there. See the devotion. Yeah. So when Lord Gaurachandra's devotees, who are worshipped even by the demigods, why would they be worshipped even by the demigods? Because they represent the higher stage of consciousness, developed consciousness. The complete stage is devotion to the Lord. See, even the demigods want that. Even if they had that, they like to associate devotees who are glorifying the truth. The only ones who don't in this world are the contaminated ones, and that's most people. It's just natural to be contaminated. You got to ultimately, you want to get out of this, ultimately you get the realization, let me take shelter of the devotees who glorify the eternal truth with a heart full of love, a mouth full of devotion. Okay? Let me get out of this. And that's the door. I am the door. Isn't that what Jesus said? I am the door. Why? He was the door. See, the door is a devotee. There's the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. If you take the Christian view, the Father is the conclusive truth, the way things are in transcendental reality. That's what we got here. See, the truth, it's in the book. It's the book Bhagavat. See, but it's realized, the Father is realized by the mother, right? His wife, his consort, father, mother, and the mother's got to be there. The mother is a devotion. You notice in devotion, this mother, we need a lot of mothering in this world. See, this mothering is this devotional potency. We need to be mothered by it. See, and then we'll understand our Father. And our Father, beyond the rules and regulations of a stern father, you must follow this or you're going to hell. That's that level. It's like the government. So the Lord has this intermediate government. It's not very good. It's not perfect. But, if you get too out of line, because you're not responsible and everything, well, the Father comes with the rules and the regulations and all that. See, like in society, we got this society of the presidents coming with the rules and the regulations, and you must and you have to. They're doing like religion. Why? Well, because a lot of people they need that in a sense, or they need the lesson. Oh, you don't go to your heavenly Father, you don't come to the association of devotees. Well, you ain't gonna be schooled by that. And a lot of people, it's not a perfect government, never will be, whether it's in religion or the world. It's never perfect government like that. We need to be self-governed. We need to be sovereign, but people don't know what that means. This is the problem. They think sovereignty is to be on your own. No. We got to be complete and whole as we're supposed to be, just naturally. And that means a relationship with the transcendental Lord. See, now where it can be sovereign. You can be sovereign in your life because you're dependent on your source. You're connected and communing with that now. Now you got good communication, perfect communication with God. You need that. Okay? And that means you have to be awakened. You have to have the mother, devotion. Okay.
Yes, when a ruler in the mundane world, if their rules they have no connection to the source, to the real rules, then it's chaotic. It's wrong. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
And now these rulers they make their own rules, and there's no connection to the rules of Krishna or the scriptures. So it's nothing. It's really disturbing.
Well, that's all you got. That's all you got. So the Lord is teaching through that also. He teaches through the government. He teaches through religion. But what is he teaching? He's teaching ultimately, okay, maybe you'll learn something there. You learn to follow authority. That's important, actually. So people, they trust their authorities in the world. They trust them that this is good for them. And they don't see that their rulers still are self-motivated. They have an agenda, ulterior motives that are not disclosed to you. So that's the imperfection of it. See, and so the people, because they're in Maya themselves, they can't take you out of Maya. They can actually bring you more into it. So that's the lesson. And same thing in religion. You go to your religious leaders, you go to these gurus because you want to follow the way to get back to the Lord, right? I mean, obviously you come to Krishna consciousness or Christianity because you want a relationship with God somehow. Maybe you're not clear about what that means, usually not in its full extent. But the thing is, the rulers are usually not perfect in that. They're perfect in this level is devotion to Krishna, devotion to God in this line. Whether it's Christ, devotion to Christ, pure devotion, real love for God gives revelation. Then you look at the manual, the scriptures, and you can see because the Lord gives you the eyes. He's now your counselor. See, he's your maintainer. He's your purifier. This relationship is everything to a devotee. Okay? This is where it's all going. Then you can kick this ladder of the government. You don't need them. You don't need the religious leaders who haven't attained this.
They only can be perfect when they are empowered by God. Otherwise, there's no way. If they have no connection with God, if they are not empowered with God, they are not perfect.
Yeah. So you got to go through the door. This is the teaching. The real guru, guide, ultimate teacher, preceptor leads you into that relationship quickly. Not all this beating around the bush and because you're not there. How can you lead people to the ultimate goal of life if you haven't achieved it yourself? This is not possible. This is why it works here. People are attaining the ultimate goal of life. This is why the Vaishnavas, oh no, it can't be. Can't be. Yeah, well, it is. And we prove it every day. Still don't believe us, Mr. Acharya Dave and Mr. Radhanath and Mr. Jaipataka? Well, we'll keep proving it more every day. Whoever comes here, like Amy, look at her. She's more advanced than many of these gurus. All of them, actually. We don't want to exclude anybody. Oh, I'm so bad. I'm a bad boy. Oh, I got a bad mouth, too. Ooh, unrestrained. This tongue just likes to lash out. Well, it's Krishna's fault and Radha's fault. They're just too juicy, man. It makes me want to point out every little detail of the illusion.
You're spilling all the tea.
Yeah, spilling all the tea.
All the secrets.
Yeah. Prove me wrong, Radhanath, or come and let's discuss. I want to see that you guys are qualified. I stand behind disqualification. Tears, lots of them, man. Lots of these wet, very wet. From this, and you got to have at least two because you can't. It doesn't look good. You got to, and then there, you got to have one for that and one for this. See, I got to see. I don't even see them even have. I don't think. My students, they all start to get hankies, if not Kleenex or something. He's got two. See, she got luck. Hey, man, this is their degree. This is their Bhakti Shastra degree. You don't have one of these. You haven't graduated yet. Do you got any of these?
I'm going to regret it. I'm going to regret this.
Go ahead.
The only reason Jaipataka's got a hanky so he can wipe up his drool.
Oh, really? Well, he probably needs it, Yeah, he's not feeling so good. I probably am nowadays. Yeah. But anyway, on the other hand, until we get this kind of grace, everything falls 2 fingers too short. Yeah. It's all about this devotion, man. It's all, so anyway, I don't know, man. We don't have a lot of time to waste. All right, let's see what else we can get out of this here. Yeah, so when Lord Chaitanya's devotees who are worshipped even by the demigods drink the wonderfully sweet nectar of the bliss of pure love of God that flows from the lotus flower of Lord Gauranga's feet, they become completely intoxicated. In that condition, they laugh at Lord Brahma. See, this is with Lalita Ganga. When you see her laughing, that's what she's laughing at Lord Brahma. You didn't know that, did you? Well, we got the Shastras teaching us. What is she laughing at? She's laughing at Lord Brahma. See, Lord Brahma is more grave, more in the mode of goodness. Wants to control everything. See, or passion, Brahman's passion. He wants to control. I just laugh at that. Control. Who needs control? I just laugh. Laugh. Laughing at the big joke. What do we need control? What do you need to control the environment? Everybody's it's a big Ross for these guys. Want to control the weather. Oh, wow, we can make tornadoes. It's kind of like these demons. They used to like making tornadoes. So now people we got these weather weapons. They spend all this money, all the taxpayers' money to develop these weather things to pollute the air, the chemtrails. Everybody's paying for it here. You're all paying for this, destruction. And then you got to pay for these politicians. Now they come up and think, we're paying the salaries of these guys, paying the salary of Biden. And this Kamala, they're all trying to, hurt us, and why am I paying for my own destruction? After a while, you wonder, a lot of people are losing faith in the government, in America. I don't know about you guys in the UK and stuff. Do you have faith in the government, Amy, anymore? Yeah, there are a lot of people. It's like, what are we
I
having?
never did. I never did. So, but now it's just, I mean, the level of disgust has really increased. It was always there, but now it's like to the point where I don't even like to think about it because I get angry and frustrated and I don't know, just disgusted. But then I have to, remember just the reality of the illusion. Otherwise, it's so insane that it's to a point, I don't know, you don't even know how to process it, how to live in this world, knowing what they're doing and what's going on.
Yeah.
Like without this, how do you even have a level of happiness, at the state of the way everything's going? It would be impossible, I feel like.
Yeah. Well, it's driving. If you're a devotee with devotion, it'll drive you to more closer to Krishna. I mean, that's what does me. It's like I really relish that. This morning I got up and usually I look. I can't help it. I just want to see what's going on. What's the latest. So I go and look on the. This. What are they saying? What's the new development? But it's like holy shit, man. It's not good news. There's never any good news since 2020. It's just more and more bad news. And then I started chanting, and I realized, oh wow, this is so great. I have a place to go. So wow, I can come to you, Krishna. This is so fantastic. Oh, okay. So, and I was really really tasting that shelter. I thought, well, okay, I can deal with the world. I deal with it because I don't know, something in me keeps saying, keep looking at it. So I do, but it's not a happy experience. It's just, but coming back to Krishna, it's like, oh, here's an oasis here. And this is what people, I mean, it's good to see that, to see, well, hey, man, anybody out there can come and they can get shelter. Otherwise, I don't know, how can you live in that fear? It's like torture. It's like people are being tortured now. How can you live in such insecurity and instability? You don't know. I mean, it's amazing that people, they still believe in. The only thing that I'm seeing is the Lord is trying to make it so ridiculously obvious in this Maya that you will start losing hope. These kids are going to school for what? I don't know. What do you think you're going to get in this society where it's going? What are you spending and you're going to take the shot to do it? They're willing to, even though they don't want to. Just to go to school for what? Or to even travel. You have to do all these things. Luckily, they didn't put the forced vaccine on. Otherwise, Lolita would have had a problem. But, it's coming. It seems to be coming to that. This is... Now, the Lord could overturn all of this if people start driving. It's kind of like, that story in the Bible with Sodom and Gomorrah, where the angels said, well, if we can get some people, if they will change. They couldn't get people to change much. So there needs to be a transformation. Otherwise, things will go. Who knows where? I don't know. Let's find out. Even Jesus said, I don't know, only the Father knows what's going, to come about. So, we'll see. It's kind of an adventure. Yeah. All right. So what else? So when Lord Gaurachandra's I read that. Okay. So they condemn the impersonalist yogis who do not consider great devotees of Lord Vishnu who do not worship Lord Gaurachandra to be very important. See, yeah. And that's... I don't consider those who claim to be worshiping Lord Gaurachandra or Radha and Krishna very important. If they're not in the mood, they're not worshiping Radha and Krishna or Lord Chaitanya. If you're not if you're really worshiping Lord Chaitanya, then you will have devotion to Krishna, just like that verse says. Otherwise, you're not really worshiping. You're worshiping Vishnu. I don't consider you very important. And you have a hard time with that. You don't believe that? Too bad for you. You stay out there and be dry. Okay? I don't consider that the verse is like that. Well, you think the devotees are different? It's all one family here. You find a real associate of the Lord, you find the personification of the verse, and you will hear that. You will hear that verse for the first time. I don't consider, we cut right through the mustard, right through the illusion. Hey man, if you're really worshiping Lord Chaitanya, devotion to Krishna will be in you. Radha and Krishna will be in you, and there will be symptoms of tears, ecstasy, laughing, crying, all these symptoms that Lord Chaitanya showed. At least some of them. Otherwise, you're a bullshitter, man. You're not very important. Okay, you're neophyte, you have some faith in Krishna, you don't know the person you're worshiping, we'll give you that. You have faith in the Lord Chaitanya was like that. You find a real associate, you find out how Lord Chaitanya was. They're like that. They're like, he comes and meets the Tattvais, like meeting ISKCON devotees. Let's make it real. Let's make it substantial. Let's use some names now in modern society. Tattvais were like ISKCON. They had faith in Varnashram Dharma. You can read it in the book. Now you'll understand it when you read it, because I'm telling you. Okay? He meets these Tattvais, and they're just like ISKCON and everybody, all these other groups. And they were acharya. They actually had their acharya, their gurus, their spiritual masters. And the Lord questioned them, said, well, what is the ultimate goal of life and what is the method to attain it? Oh, well, the highest goal of life is to go back to Godhead. Oh, that's what Prabhupada said. See? To go back to Godhead, to go and have one of the 5 types of liberations, live on the same planet as the Lord, or all of them, to live on the same planet as the Lord, to go back to Godhead. See, live on the same planet as the Lord. See, that's the liberation thing, salvation. To have the same opulence as the Lord. See, I can heal like Jesus. See, I really want to do that. It's a wannabe thing. I want that. Same opulences. See, merging in or something, these different things, 5 types of liberations. And Lord Chaitanya, Lord says, and so the method is Varnashram Dharma and to follow rules and regulations and all that. And Lord Chaitanya countered it and said, no, that's not really the real goal of life. And that is not the method to attain the real goal of life. The real goal of life is hearing and chanting in association with real devotees, to make it clear. See? Hearing, chanting, remembering the name, the fame, the pastimes of the Lord. And it doesn't say this in a verse, but we know this is important. Hearing, chanting, remembering in association of real devotees who have real devotion, real bhakti. Ooh, very fast. See? And the highest goal of life is devotion to Krishna. And you don't have to go anywhere. Krishna comes to you. He's with you. He lives with you forever. Narada Muni is sometimes here. He goes wherever he wants. The Lord is always with him. And we got that also. We go where we want. I'm not thinking about I want to go back. I'm here, man. I'm preaching. I'm here. I'm relishing. I'm tasting. That's all that's important to me. God is not to go anywhere. Don't have to. I'm here now with Krishna. Not like Eckhart Tolle style. Be here now with the material world and be in the moment of this Maya. No, I'm here now with Krishna. Now that's perfection. Don't have to go anywhere. See? Hearing, chanting, remembering in a society of devotees. Perfect, man. Bhagavatam says that's the glorious. We got that here every day. Wonderful. God, this is all icing on the cake, man. I'm not just doing it alone. I was doing it alone for 20 years. I was on the camera, speaking like you're hearing here to an empty camera. Now I got friends, finally. Thank you very much, Lord. Look at nice Amy smiles, and Lalita Gunga friend, and the river, and Bhakta Tom over there. He's dressing for, he put on his costume for the dance. That's great. Yeah, I mean, this is what it's about, man, you know. Forgot what I was talking about. Oh, yeah, insignificance. Yeah. So I consider them very important. You Vaidhi Bhakti, they're very important. If you can admit that, then you can come here. If you think what you're doing is so important, you stay away from this mercy, that's not very, because it's true. I'm sorry, man, it's not what you're doing is not very important. Worshipping Vishnu is not very important, even though you say you're worshiping Krishna, but you don't have the bhav. We got the bhav, man. We got the tears. We got the holy laughter. We got the trembling, man. We got the mango taste. What do you got? A bunch of rules, regular? It's insignificant, man. Not when this is available. What are you doing that, man? You got the big titles. I got bigger titles than Acharya Dave. I didn't even ask for it. Amazing. The guy has to work for it. Man, he has to, he had to get all that and hook or crook, become guru and all that stuff. Speculate that they made him an Acharya Dave and all that stuff. He has to speculate all that hard work. And he doesn't even have as big a titles as here. Isn't it amazing? I didn't even ask for it. It just comes, man. Just, the Lord must be so happy with this, that, that we're telling such truth, man, and paying. And just like the verse, don't consider that stuff very important. If I don't show you, if I don't demonstrate, it's not very important. If I'm in fear, maybe they will not like me. Oh, maybe they'll come and kill this body. Oh, maybe I better keep my mouth shut. Well, how can I demonstrate the verse? How are you ever going to know the verse unless you see an example of that's not very important? Because it's not very important to Krishna, the kind of worship. He even says in the book, I just tell you there, Krishna says not very important to me. I have so many devotees. They're worshiping the deity pompously with all this ceremonies and all that. He's saying, it's not very important. It doesn't control or overwhelm me, It's not overwhelming. I like overwhelming worship. You come here, you also get addicted to this overwhelming worship, right? Don't you like this? Lalita Ganga can't live without this being overwhelmed by Krishna and Radha, right? How about you there, River? You too, huh? You also like this overwhelm. I'm getting a little crazy today, but that's okay. Crazy true. Yeah. Do you want to be overwhelmed, Amy, with this bhakti? See, that's why she's here. See, come to the right place. See, if you come to the right place to drink and there's water there, you're going to get it, right? But they go into these gurus and everything to drink. They don't even know what they're drinking. They're not even schooled by that. At least we tell you what you're going to drink, man. It's this devotion to Krishna, man. That's what's available here. That's what you hear about glorified. That's what you see glorified by the example. And that's what you get. Devotion to Krishna. Not something else. Not a bunch of rules, regulations, varnashram dharma, and austerities and renunciations. No, none of that. You don't even, it's so hard to try to adhere to these things. Just come here, just enjoy the show. Can't be any easier than that. That's the price. Enjoy the show. If you don't enjoy the show, you'll be out there, doing the hard work. Cold canvassing for nothing much. Insignificant, everything. Well, these verses are pretty interesting. When Lord Chaitanya, Gaurachandra's devotees, wait. Yeah, when Lord Chaitanya, Gaurachandra's feet, they become completely intoxicated. In that condition, they laugh at Lord Brahma and the demigods. See, you got in this. You cannot preach like this kind of truth, unless you have this kind of intoxication. Okay? This completely annihilates all levels of Maya, all insignificant paths, everything. But without tasting this bliss and bhakti, there's no way you can preach like this. Okay? That's the difference here. It eliminates all obstacles to the highest attainment. It has to be, if you want the highest attainment in this life, you want the grace of devotion to Krishna in this life, all obstacles have to be eliminated by one devotee tasting this ecstatic bliss to an extreme amount, like the Lord did. Then it automatically eliminates, the Lord uses them to eliminate every obstacle in the way of everybody drinking. If anybody believes this preaching, you, by coming here and see the logic of it, see the clarity of it, see the power of it, see the transcendental truth of it, you're free of all those obstacles. Because you won't believe in them. Why would you believe in insignificant things? You get the gift that your guru has. You see the truth, how insignificant all that other stuff is that people think are so important on all levels. Yeah. You know, they think, oh, I need to be controlled by the government. See, this is the world. I need to be, because if I don't be controlled by the government, things will get out of hand. But it still never works out very good for anybody. Oh, I need to be controlled by the guru, you know, in these ISKCONs and all. I need the guru to tell me what to do and everything. And it never works out perfectly there.
I think you're frozen, Guru Maharaj.
Yes, I just had, I had a question. No, it froze. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
It's ecstasy.
Krishna,
He's in
Krishna, Hare.
ecstasy.
Yes. Hare Krishna.
You can chant, Tom. I'm not going to chant all the time, so you can chant.
Okay, yeah.
Hare Krishna, Krishna! Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare!
Hare Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama! Rama, Rama, Hare Hare!
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Where is where is
Take your guitar. Take your guitar.
yes, and then
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna! Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare!
Hare
Shri
Krishna.
Hare Das! Shri Prabhupada! Shri Bhaktam! Shri Kanga! Shri Vimuna! Shri all the devotees in the Sangha! Shri Prabhupada!
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Where did Amy go? Get back. Every time it happens, she leaves. You got to come back here, Amy. What is this? Stay on.
I had a question.
All right.
How can we become more independent from this government? Do we have to go back to nature, go in the forests? How can we maintain our independency? How can we?
Well, now the thing is, it depends how bad it gets. You know, like if they start wanting to inject you with stuff and control your body, everything, you might have to. I don't know. I mean, that's what I would do. If they come and say, well, you must do this to do this, I'll just have to go to the forest and just survive. What are you going to do? Just got to roll with the punches, but not take the punch necessarily. I don't want to take that stuff. It's
to see how it practically goes here. They come again. They come with new additional what's
requirements.
Requirements, voorwaarden. Yeah. So it goes very slowly. They promise you to this and this, but then the restrictions are coming. They put in more voorwaarden. What is voorwaarden?
Conditions.
And the conditionings, yes. More and more additional conditionings are coming.
Yeah, like what? Like what? What are you talking about? What kind of conditions?
Like you have to you have to show yourself. You have to give information. Yes. What are you doing with your time? Who are you visiting?
Oh, really? Yeah.
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 Every time more and more.
Yeah. Well, this is the problem with this kind of thing where, this is you guys over there, a bit of a welfare state. Many of you guys have become dependent on the government, so and the government wants that. Actually, they're trying to do that here. That's why they're destroying people's businesses, so destroy their independence. See, so you become dependent on the government. And the government wants more control over everything, even your body here. So that's kind of just what the Marxism is, and that's kind of what I'm seeing. The world is going in that direction, to complete Orwellian type control like thing, where the government is really in control. You notice, where's the free speech gone? That just, you can't even have another opinion. See, the people, so they're being very much encroached upon more. And so what do you do? I don't know, man. You're in that position. You're dependent on the government, and now even getting jobs is going to be hard. You just try to figure out how to survive. I mean, if it comes down to it, I don't know, man. Just try to do your best. What are we going to do? We're in this kind of time. At least we made it to devotion to Krishna, many of us. And so just keep going. Just go as far as you can. Like Mars Prikshit, he knew he had 7 days to live. So he just, just keep cultivating. Every day is a new day. You got this much time. I mean, there's it is what it is. I remember even the Bible, Jesus predicted that these times are going to come, and it's a tough time. They're very tough. People's hearts their love will grow cold, if they have any.
What I feel, it makes me just feeling very pessimistic about what they have to offer. Yes. So in a sense, it helps me to connect to the transcendental source.
Yeah.
And then when there's this connection with the transcendental source coming, I'm getting my food and my nourishment from there, and I can laugh, but they don't understand, because they cannot see that level. They cannot see anything what's going on there. So in a sense, it helps me to tune in to that transcendental realm, to the transcendental world.
There you go.
And yeah, that's what I feel. So and I more and more become undisturbed, unconcerned, and pessimistic. And when I'm focusing on the real source, which is delivered here, this connection, then all those concerns, they disappear at the background. So that's what's happening here in my system. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. That's kind of, I do that also. Yeah, it's nice. So Shamaguri says, does Jesus Christ have his own planet in the spiritual sky? Yeah, well, probably. I don't know. It's just, I didn't read anything about it. Prabhupada mentioned some things, Yeah, who knows? I don't know. Whatever. I'm sure he's got a great place. Yeah. Maybe he's traveling around. I don't know. Again, why does he have to have his own planet? Why does he have to be stuck on a planet?
The hearts of the souls of the people, they are his Dham. There is present.
Yeah, I mean, what is freedom? We have to be, he's just like a devotee has always got the Lord, and they're free. You don't have to be in a planet or this planet, that planet. We just
Be with the Lord. We can feel that.
yeah, that's the main thing. Not to
course.
go to some planet where everybody wants to go back to Godhead. Well, that's a beginner thing. Okay, so. So what benefit did the world attain when Lord Ram, Lord Nrsimha, and many other incarnations of Godhead killed so many Rakshasa and Daitya demons? Yeah. So what benefit did they killed the demons, but the devotion, how much devotion did you get? So this is what the point is. You'll see as it comes up here. How important was that Lord Kapila and other incarnations revealed the path of Sankhya and Yoga? See, again, very hard. Just his poor mother had to sit in that cold water. Oh, mother, you want bhakti? You want devotion? Oh, you got to really do some tough austerity. Sit in that water for 20 years, man. Get really skinny. And she did, and she got some bhakti, I guess, but and he's saying, well, what benefit is that, it's kind of a tough path, how glorious is it that Lord Brahma and other guna avatars create, maintain, and destroy material universes? See, this is what you learn in Bhagavatam. A lot of these things you're learning in Bhagavatam, they talk about Brahma and Shiva. This is one of the things about creation, maintenance, destruction. Oh, it's kind of interesting, it's nice to know. But, he's trying to make a point here. Let's see what it is. How auspicious is it that Lord Varaha lifted the earth from the Garbhodaksha ocean? Yeah. So that's kind of like salvation, they lifted the earth from the falling into this water. See, so the Lord lifted that. See, that was the Hiranyakashipu was here, and he freed people, gave them salvation and stuff like that. What is that?
Showing the opulences of the Lord?
Well, no, they that too, but that happens automatically. But he lifted. See, Hiranyakashipu took over the universe, and so the earth was driven down into this water or something. I don't know, and he lifted it out to free the earth. See, and so this Hiranyaksha fought with him over that. Very powerful demon. So, yeah. So we do not consider any of these activities to be very important. The important thing is Lord Chaitanya has revealed the great splendor of pure love of Krishna. See, revealed the great splendor of great. See, this is the splendor. This is what you cannot teach this path unless you reveal it. You got to reveal it by your deeds. You know, and we can't do this. You think I can chant like this, or anybody here can? It's the grace of God is here. It's upon us and on anybody who comes here, my friends. This is what's really important. You know, that's why I don't pay any mind to these. Oh, it's Varaha's appearance. A big deal, man. The main thing is, are you here and getting this mercy of Lord Chaitanya, this love of God? Oh, no, I'm over there worshiping Lord Varaha or Lord Ram. Yeah, I don't have time to come there because I'm doing all these ceremonies. You don't know what's important, man. That's unimportant compared to this. Oh, I'm doing all this ceremonial worship of, with the conch and going here and there to the holy places. It's not very important. Right here, here we revealing again. The Lord through us is revealing pure love of God, man. That's important. Devotion to Krishna. This is the most important thing. If this is not being revealed somewhere else, it's very unimportant. You get the verse now? Because it's manifest again. This is what's really important. If you don't see this in any Sangha, it is unimportant. What the hell are you doing over there? You come here for 30 days, we'll get you to drink these truths, man. They'll become like, yeah, I found a real guru. It's busted my ignorance. Man, I was here sleepily worshiping these big titled persons that don't have any big bhakti. Big titles, but no big bhakti. We want big bhakti, man. That's real. Big titles come and go, man. We can crank them up on a printing press. Where's the big bhakti, River? Otherwise, it's unimportant, man. These verses, this is great. These verses are like a script, man, to act out. Hey, man, don't blame me. I'm just acting out his script. Acting out. Because it's called about storytelling, man. We got to tell the real story, man. Otherwise, you're hearing these false stories. What is this false stories out there you're believing in? No, you gotta hear the real story. You gotta see the real story being unfolded before you. Unimportant, all this other stuff. Revealed the great splendor of pure love of Krishna. See, the great splendor. How do you know? Well, how splendorous is the love of Krishna? Oh, well, let me just talk about it all the time. Oh, yeah. Love of Krishna is so splendorous. Oh, it's so splendorous, most splendorous. And then you die without even knowing what it is. Because you never seen the splendor. You got to see a devotee relishing their relationship with God to show, oh, wow, that is splendorous. It's wonderful. Otherwise, you're just getting Splenda. You know Splenda? Artificial sweetener. It's not really sweet. It's artificial. It's a lie. You're not getting the splendor. You're getting Splenda, artificial sweetener. Oh yeah, worshiping Krishna is very sweet. Yeah. Just where is it? Oh, we artificially sweeten this devotion to Krishna. It's artificially sweetened. What kind of nose you got there? Does he have a strange nose? Did he put on some? Is that his real nose? Really? Is it that big? I didn't know it was so big.
It's a close-up.
Oh, Yeah, Suklambara Brahmachari visited various places of pilgrimage, such as Mathura and Dwarka, but couldn't find any happiness there. Yeah, people who do find there is happiness there, but it's not like the happiness where Krishna's pastimes are revealed. His ecstasy, his truths. I mean, really revealed in this world, and not just you're going there and it's kind of passive. Yeah. Govinda was talked about his experience when we were there in Mayapur. He would go out to all these holy things, the Ganga and the temple and this and that. And then he'd come back to Sadhu Sangha and he says, wow, this is where the action really is. He saw a difference because there is where the living devotees are, That's why this is, you think going to a holy place is better than this? Well, you don't hear the holy place speaking to you like this. Speaking you these deep conceptions and these deep truths, deep revelations. You just go there and you see the deity, but are you really seeing the deity? Is the deity speaking to you? Here, you come very quickly to that platform. The deity speaks to you in the devotional language. Yeah, you get communication with God. You speak his language now. Otherwise, you don't know how the God speaks to people. It's a spiritual potency. It manifests. You have to get empowered to understand these things. All right, so consider the two. So there, chapter 2 is there. Yeah. You know what? I think I'm going to go off. I got up a little bit early, and I think I need to take a little more rest here. Got up at 2 a.m. And everybody was nice and busily chanting the names. That's great. Lalita doing her class, River did hers, Tom started his, and I interrupted.
I love those tunes, Maharaj.
What?
I love those tunes. The ones that I was doing this morning.
Oh yeah.
It was when you first went to America.
Yeah.
They're lovely tunes.
Yeah. I got to listen back on that. I didn't hear them all. Check them out.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll see you in a little while. Maybe somebody else wants to go on because we've only been on like 3 hours, so it's
only 3 hours. Short class.
What time is it over there, Lalita?
Here in Belgium, 10 minutes after 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay, different schedule. Is this better for you here? For these classes? Much better?
It's 1 hour difference with Turkey. No, I don't care which hour it is,
Oh, it's 1 hour difference in Turkey. Oh, it's pretty much the same. Oh, okay. Yeah.
And still 1 hour difference with UK.
Yeah. So how's Balaram doing over there? Is he gotta take care of the whole house and everything?
He's working somewhere else for the moment, so
I
don't think about the house now.
You don't think?
No, I have a break now.
Yeah, it's what is it? Summertime now? Is it summer? Yeah, summer. It's hot over there, isn't it?
Oh, more than 40 degrees.
Holy!
Here in Belgium, 16 degrees. So that's why I'm wearing a warm
nice.
sweater.
Yeah. 16, so it's a little cool. Yeah. Much better, huh?
Yeah.
You got the house by the seaside too, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
You want to see? Yeah, I live in a flat on the 8th floor.
Wow, on the 8th floor. Oh, that's great. Look at that, right on the beach.
I only see sea. When I open the window, I only see sea. Sea and sky.
Oh, yeah. Must be nice taking walks over there in the morning, huh?
Oh, yeah.
It's really cool. You can throw bread out the window and the seagulls come.
Yeah. flying behind the window. Yeah, Karuna and Yamuna were in my flat last year. Yeah,
Wow. 8th floor. That's amazing.
yeah, very small place.
Yeah, yeah.
One room actually, but it's more than enough.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Tom, are you going to see Christina sometimes, or what's going on? I haven't seen her around.
I sometimes see her. I had a talk with her 2 days ago. I feel. Yeah. And I like to visit Lalita if possible. Sometime I try to do it before, but maybe now it's possible. I don't know.
Yeah. So, how's Christina? Is she doing all right? It's complicated.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
I can tell you privately.
yeah. Yes, it's kind of a rip off today. Only 3 hours. Didn't get your money's worth today. Oh well, too bad.
We don't have our money back here.
We want a refund. We want a refund.
Want a refund? Okay, money back guaranteed here. Yeah. Okay, so I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'm gonna go lay down, get some Z's. Hare Krishna.